Hello everyone! Welcome to another exciting night of NXR. We're back from a week off here at Spa-Francorchamps. I forgot its name for a moment. But we're here for Tier 1. As always, your commentators are myself, Gale Force, and alongside me is Shaman.
Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing today, Gale?
I'm having a great time. Hopefully this is going to be a good one. Spa, I think, has given us some good races in the past, but it can also be a safety car fest if people have a few accidents at Eau Rouge.
It's a very historic circuit with a lot of history and interest in previous years of Formula One and motor racing as a whole. What do you think that will be the trickiest parts of the track here today when they're going full out on their qualifying laps?
Well, this track, Eau Rouge, tends to be a bit of a deadly corner. It catches a lot of people out, especially with the physics in this game. We also have the curbs through a lot of the middle sector, especially at corners like Pouon, Fagnes, and even on the exit of Stavelot, can all just catch everyone out pretty easily. So it's a treacherous circuit at the best of times. Hopefully for the drivers it stays dry, otherwise I will be praying for them.
I just have to point out, I love the fact you know the corners, because it just makes you sound so professional in your speaking.
It is the nice part about the old F1 circuits. You know, same with Silverstone, where it's like, you don't have 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got La Source, you've got Eau Rouge and Radion. Yeah, it's easier to know exactly where people are.
Just so the viewers aren't mistaken, yes, we only have 19 drivers currently. That's because the Mercedes driver C. Davies will be joining a little bit later today, but should still be here for Q1.
Even if he isn't, he will be obviously securely in his Mercedes, as that's the only car that remains. And an Alpine is the first person on the track.
Or was that Braddock's? Don't know. Oh, it's Jacko.
It is Jacko.
Actually, I was meant to see Jacko today. Him, KLX, and another friend of ours were meant to be meeting up at a McDonald's, but he overslept in because of some other arrangements he had the previous night before. So shame I didn't get to see him, and I'm definitely going to hold that against him today.
Well, hopefully you don't hold it against him too hard, because Jacko, I think, historically does not have the greatest record here. I think he's had maybe one strong race at Spa.
Let me just check.
I believe
Hall of Fame.
Season 1 or 2, I think, was good for him, and then I know last season... Actually, no, the season before last, me and him were fighting for just outside the points.
Well, Jacko, he got P4, P5 in Belgium, and Season 1. Season 2, Jacko got P7. Season 3, did we have Belgium? Yes, we did.
He's 12th, because I was 11th, I think.
You were 11th. And Jacko was 13th.
Oh. Penalties.
And Season 4, we obviously didn't have it, so, no podium yet for Jacko. I'll get Kimmy back in, don't you worry about
that. We've got a couple of people in the chat. We've got lots saying hello, asking how everyone is. I'm doing good. We've also got Ali, who's telling us to hold it against him. And questions being asked about who would get this before an NXR event. I mean...
Wait,
if I drank, I'd probably commentate drunk more often.
You're not... So why did you mention commentating specifically to do with alcohol?
Helps you cope.
It's not like one of our commentators has done that recently.
Have they?
Yeah? Ali, 5 laps of fury.
Oh, I mean, that's 5 laps of Fury. That's a party.
Hmm.
Bradder's saying he's had no practice since France and is expecting to be a backmarker tonight. Never lasted more than 3 laps around here. Alright, Lots is now shouting at me about 5 laps of Fury. I didn't watch that stream. I was busy.
You were busy doing what exactly?
That's a good question. What was I doing?
Easter Sunday. What were you doing?
Ooh. Might have been watching a NASCAR race. Jammy Jacko had a Stamolo on his opening lap. Luke Watkins asking why there's only 11. That's because C. Davies is joining partway through qualifying.
I did mention this.
So he will be here. Yeah, he may have joined the stream late. Ryan8072 is here. Hello there, and Higino as well. Good to see you. Here we go.
1:43.4. Is
Weather
that a good
update
time?
From
I
don't know. I've not done any practice. I do all of that tomorrow.
Weather update. Lay it on us.
We've got information from Kimi R via Lots saying it is a dry to wet race.
Oh, how wet? How wet are we talking? Are we talking Niagara Falls, or are we talking J-Wall's mum?
I was not ready for that. Gifted.
NXR Gifted coming around the final couple of corners now. I would like an answer to that question, Lots, when you can provide it.
Gifted goes second fastest to a 43.7. I've just realised I don't have the track map up. That would help me finding out who's coming up to a lap. It's Night Owl on an out lap.
How's he going for position pole? 0.2 quicker than Jacko. Yeah, we have Millsy about to come across the line. Those 0.2 quicker than Halsey.
Comes Bruno. A slow lap, so he must have made a mistake and abandoned it. Okay, Lots has said that she will give us the information when she has it.
Juan Watkins has just told J-Wall that he should probably listen to the screen with a skull emoji. Can't imagine
going
why.
slowly on his lap. I think he's aborted from that one.
Yellow flag down in sector 3, the beginning of sector 3. It's Bradders, he's spun around on his lap, he's invalidated because of it. He's just recovering onto the gravel now. Doesn't look like severe damage, probably just a spin hitting one of those curves you were mentioning earlier.
So Yaps is coming through on a lap, I think maybe? No, I think that's Ryan up ahead, so that's not a... That's a car on an out lap.
Well, Yaps
so
should be getting a provisional pole here, considering his, I'd say love for this track. I always see him on this track, to be fair. So,
I think he normally does well here.
I'm expecting good things from our owner. Going P2.
43.1. Only a little off the pace there. AlphaTauri coming through. I believe that is Scrivs to start a lap, and then we've got Halsey and Gifted coming into the pits.
Got Lion, I
Night
believe,
Owl
is the next person. Oh no, Night Owl. No, Night is invalidated.
No, he's invalidated.
Go back to Lion.
Oh no, it's Bruno with a 1:43.7, jumps him up into 6th place, and then we get to Lion. Now the final turn.
I believe behind him is...
Goes fastest.
Well done from Lion. You were talking about Lion just before this race, weren't you?
Was I?
About his qualifying exploits, shall we say. Not exploits in a bad thing, though. Ooh, purple sector 1 from Night Owl.
Ooh, Artifact, 1:42.6, goes fastest.
Great lap from the Artifact. Compensating for a lack of teammate there.
I'm going to go on board with our current championship leader, Wookie, as he comes onto his flying lap. out of turn 1 now.
Would be so
Downhill towards
funny if he makes a mistake now that you put this pressure on him.
Eau Rouge touches the curb. I think maybe there was a little lift there, or maybe that's just the car itself.
Isn't there a
DRS
meme
now open.
for lifting on El Rouge?
Yeah, if you lift there, you're a coward. And if you pause up there, you're gonna get banned.
Why did you mention pausing?
I don't know. Just felt right.
Okay.
Down through Brussels. I always forget that corner's name, and then into No Name, and little slide from the Red Bull.
Forgotten name into no name.
Into Pouron, little unsettled on entry there. The car did not seem to like the way he tried to throw it in.
Didn't look comfortable.
Now, got to watch out for the inside curves through this chicane. They can really upset the car. There's only really 4 corners left in the lap. 2 of them are completely flat out.
He is hitting this apex, these apexes.
He's
He's
going to
got a
get a
car
tow
in
from
front
this
of him.
Mercedes. Artifact gets out of the way. May have given him a little tow. We'll have to wait and see.
During this time, his rookie's teammate has gone P3 because Kimi jumps into P1. But how
By
long will
4
Kimi stay?
thousandths of a second.
This seemed to be a really
Out the
good lap
final
from
turn.
Wookie though. And
And goes to pole.
there you go.
142.505, so about a tenth quicker than anyone else at the moment. Drivers
Dropass
remaining, we've got Dropass.
and Mark are both on flyers. But we've had an incident just at the end of Sector 2.
I think that was just the Aston Martin letting someone by.
Yes, that was probably a bit like to Dropass, who's coming up the final 2 corners now.
Through the bus stop, nice and tidy. Doesn't look much like the bus stop anymore, but that's apparently still its name.
I don't know why it's called the bus stop, because I'm not that cultured into the track.
It used to be shaped like it.
What looks like a bus stop though?
A left-right chicane, a very short straight into a right-left chicane.
Ah, gotcha.
I'll send you a picture. Where's Mark? Scrolling, there we go.
He's
Out of
just-
Stabilo.
Yes, whatever you said. His teammate just going into the pits. Currently P13. Wonder where Mark will go. You'd have to expect it's going to be somewhere near the top.
Davey's saying he's... Oh, there we go.
4/10.
4/10. 3.5.
What's Davies saying?
Davey's saying he's on his way. He might get a lap in. So if he
Well, he'll
gets
have
there
to be
soon,
damn quick to get a lap in. Does he need an
6
invitation?
minutes left. I don't know. He hasn't asked for one.
We'll be giving
So
one.
I'll
Jacko's
assume
just going
not yet.
right uphill. Oh, he's gone over the curb. Oh my goodness, that could have been dangerous.
Oh, he has invalidated. Yaps has left the session. He's seen what Jack just did and left in disgust. It's not okay, according to the owner.
What, Yap's left? Okay, got it. I'm on it.
Yeah. I think he just disconnected. Squib's coming through the end of Sector 2. Using that exit curve as much as he can. Up 3/10. That'll put him... Ooh, I
Oh,
think
he's gone
just
offline
behind Ulfdorf.
completely.
Who has?
Yaps, last online 1 minute
Oh.
ago.
Oh.
That could put him near the dangerous drop zone. He's only 3/10 above it as things stand. It could be really
And
dangerous
Squibs is
here for the
improving.
Ferrari.
So this will demote Yaps down at least one position. As Squibs does indeed jump into P8.
Oh, Ryan spun just
Oh.
before the line.
Final turn, he was 2/10 down on his lap, so he was pushing to gain anything he could, and
He's going to need to get back in and out as quick as he can. We've got a Haas driver coming out to start a lap. That's driver on driver.
yeah, let's go on board with him. He is the one person left to set a lap time.
I like driver on driver. What do you think of him?
He's a solid lad. He's had some good showings. I think last season was a little rough for him at times, but he's doing well.
I don't think you can dislike him, to be honest. I don't think he's really done anything to really get on the bad side of any drivers.
He's just I think he's one of the quieter people within the league. He just sort of gets down to business and does his thing.
He's gone up through the tiers as well. Good lad.
Yeah, I think he started tier 2, didn't he?
I believe he did, yes.
Weather update, here we go. So, at around 45... Okay, it's a 90% chance of rain at 45 minutes plus. So right at the end of the race.
Yeah, definitely bit of a last gasp situation. So we could see a lot of drivers opt to try and extend the medium stint in Q2. Go for mediums in Q2 and try to extend that stint as long as they can. Because I believe this track is a medium soft.
Yeah, this is a easy one-stop circuit. You can just use a set of soft tyres and whatever your preferred other compound is. The hard's obviously a little slower around here.
So I'd probably see people going mediums until this wet weather stint. But of course, approximate weather means it could come whenever. Driver here. It's just going to be a pretty tidy lap from him. It's not going to be breaking any records, but he's not last.
Splits the Alpines.
No word from C. Davies yet as we reached the 3-minute barrier. He's going to need to get in really quick now. I'm running out.
I thought Bruno was about to put in another lap, but no, he's
3/10
bailed
up.
into the pits. He might not have enough time. Gifted coming through to start a lap. He's going to have to put in a flyer here. Jamie Jacko invalidated. He's starting another one as well.
Jacko needs this
Rado's
lap.
coming to start a lap.
One thing that's interesting for me is Mark's on and out lap and seems to be giving Night Owl a tow. Yes, he is. But he's still down in Sector 1. And he's invalidated.
That's invalidated.
Disaster for the McLaren, and Mark's going to have to try and make his way round to give his teammate another tow, because I don't think that lap's going to be good enough for Night Owl.
We've got let's have a look. Who is the first person in the drop zone on a lap? I believe it is Gifted coming through Brussels.
Oh, and Milkman's retired in the pits, I believe, as we see Mark go ahead of Night Owl to try it once again.
Gifted in the Aston Martin, firing the car down through Pouon, sticking a lot better than his team, than we saw with Wookie earlier. Although, is that faster, or is being on that knife edge of grip really where you need to have the car here?
I hate being on that knife edge, to be honest with you. I feel like, especially with the way that I steer, there tends to be a lot of problems.
Oh, Yaps
Yeah,
is going
I'm
in.
on it. Especially with the way I steer, I can't be near the edge because I feel like I'm just gonna... I feel like I'm a passenger.
Well, Gifted. 2 turns to go, nice and tidy, catches that apex, through both parts of the bus stop, a little slide on exit.
Bradders has spun in Sector 2, but...
And Gifted goes to 12th.
Okay, I want to be
Jacko
on board with
invalidated,
Night Owl
enters the
here.
pits, he's done.
You can see
Drive
this...
on driver. The one... No, drive on driver's gone, so it's down to Bradders, I guess, to try and knock out Night Owl.
The tow from Mark here. Let's see how much he's going to gain from this. 2/10. That's a good time. He's just got to keep that now. How's Bradders
Just have
doing?
a quick look. No, he's going to have to go again. He's got the time to get there. Bruno also going for a lap, so it is Night Owl to watch at the moment.
I believe Gifted is also slowed down in the third sector. Maybe they're going to try and support Night Owl together. The McMartin way, of course.
I'm not sure. I don't know if...
But
I think he
Gifted
might
was
just
up
be
Ryan.
taking a slow in lap. That is...
No, it's Ryan.
a good question.
It's Ryan, so no tow there. Purple Sector 2 from Night Owl, though. Spectator Purple,
He's gained
though,
a little
not
bit
sure
more time.
how well
We don't know.
you trust that.
We don't know if it's quite a purple sector. Nearly catches the grass there, coming up to Blanchimont.
Brad is
Keeps
up on
it
his
together.
time. Milkman's night out though.
And Night Owl jumps to P4, puts Milkman in danger. Bradders invalidated, game over for the Alpines in Q1 already, both of them out 16th, 18th at best.
Oh, can LeBruno
Now we
knock
watch-
out Milkman?
This is it. Season 1 champion, NXR LeBruno. Currently last in Q1. And the man who he will knock out is the perennial second place man of the championship. NXR Milkman, I believe a record of 3 second place finishes over the last 4 seasons. Actually no, it might be less than that, it might be 2.
Either way, it's gonna be disaster if Milkman gets knocked out or LeBruno gets knocked out. Unfortunately, C. Davies did not manage to join in time for a lap, and I am getting word from Yaps that he can't load up F1 at all.
Out the final turn. Bruno on the power, can he do it? Yes he can, P11 Milkman goes home. A bad day for Bradders' teams there, 3 of their 4 cars already out.
It really is a shame.
In a session where there was 1 less elimination spot than normal, he's not going to be too happy, and neither will his drivers. I know both Jacko and Milkman will have expected more from themselves.
Especially Milkman. That surprised me. And with Yaps having issues with his game, I might suggest a full race restart. He has the time as he is through into Keto.
Yep. We're just waiting for Bradders to be wheeled into the pits by the Alpine team. It's going to be back to the drawing board for those guys before the race.
But it's Spa. It's not over yet. A lot can happen. But
apparently I said somebody was P4 instead of P14. I don't know who that was. Oh, it's probably Night Owl.
But yeah. The top 15 separated by a second.
Tier 1. As close as ever. I mean, it's a 3/10 gap between first and second, so 7 tenths covering every other driver that made it through.
And it's your likely offenders up there, like normal Mark, Wookie, Kimmy, Lion, Artifact, all the ones you expect to be up there on quali and race pace.
I mean, Dropass as well up there. We've seen strong showings from him in the past. I think especially here. Wolfdog up there as well. So waiting for Q2 to get underway. Bradders saying he's frustrated. Could have gone 3 to 4 temps faster, but invalidated and lost it pushing too hard. The little mistakes creeping in there for Bradders, causing him to start 19th today. Here we go. First car out on track is Millsy.
That really doesn't look
just
bus stuff anymore.
There we go. Yeah, it doesn't look that way anymore, but now you can see why it was called that. But yeah, Millsy, the first person out on on an outlap. We've got Night Owl in, I was going to say in 9th place, I haven't set times yet, but Night Owl in tow, the second car out on circuit. No one else quite gone out yet.
People seeming to opt for those mediums.
Only 2 drivers even looking at the softs at the moment, and it's the AlphaTauris.
So, shall I be on board with Millsy as he was the first driver to come out?
Yep, I got the off-board cameras for this one, just as we watch him on his outlap. The Alfa Romeo is one of the best looking cars in this game.
Oh yeah, I have to. Well, what's Twitch chat saying right now?
They've been quiet for the moment. Hazza was cheering on Wookie at the end of qualifying. Apparently, I flubbed my words, as is usual.
Mm.
And then obviously Brad was mentioning the issues he was having that caused him to be eliminated.
Well, hopefully there'll be better things to come for him in this race. Otherwise, we could see a demotion very soon.
Let's have a look. How do I do this?
Starting the flying lap now. And the source. Lion staying out the way to his right.
I could tell you're looking at the map as you said that.
Going up already on into Rouge. No, I actually just remembered. I was actually trying not to say La Caracette or whatever it was.
Like the way you said it, it sounded like you know when someone's like looking down at like a map.
Yeah.
You can hear it in their voice. It sounded like that.
Because I was trying not to say like the other thing.
Now down into the. This hairpin is the worst corner on the entire circuit.
C. Davies joining us, but it's a little bit late for him. His flight was delayed.
Like some of these corners, you know, can kill you, but that hairpin, horrible. It's off camber, it's uncomfortable, the car doesn't want to grip. It is a horrific time.
So why is the track built like that if the car doesn't want to drive like that? It's almost like it's supposed to be challenging.
Well, that is it. Back in the day when, you know, instead of being Herman Tilke and steamrolling everything as flat as a pancake, you have tracks built with elevation and flow and challenge.
And people being lunatics and driving Rouge flat in a competition where they destroy both their cars.
That was Jacques Villeneuve. He is not a smart man. Don't listen to his album. It's bad.
I think that's a really good lap for mediums.
Yeah, honestly, that is a great lap for mediums. A 44.4, that's near, was it 0.8 down there from Night Owl?
I think that really shows just how good Millsy's lap was.
Have a look, who is the next person that will be coming through? It'll be Yaps. Out onto the long, flat out run. It's sort of a straight, but a bit broken.
Just make sure it doesn't disconnect here, because that would be devastating.
Why have you got a tempt fate like that? That's just cruel at this point.
Cruel and unusual punishment.
As he comes to the line,
Oh.
Yaps just beats Millsy.
And now the question is, what really is the difference between mediums and softs? Because with two people setting lap times... So how bad were the soft laps?
I think it's also a case of, you know, the track rubbering in, getting faster. A lot of guys that only did one lap at the start of the session. I mean, that we saw people towards the end getting faster, like, and faster as it went on.
Mm-hmm. Knowing me, I probably wouldn't even be able to set 147s.
I have no idea what sort of pace I'm going to have here, but we'll see. Drop out his P3 though.
Just hope don't get out qualified and out raced by me.
Oh, don't remind me. 0.04 of a second between the two Ferraris, but it's enough for the Alfa Romeo to put himself up ahead of the Ferraris.
He's taken second lap. Off dog a bit off the pace.
That is the mediums. You can go for a second lap and they'll normally be faster. Wookie goes second fastest with a 43.2. Wolfdog bailed on his lap with a 57.0. A 43.3 coming through from Kimi. And now the Artifact charges into the final couple corners. NXR Gifted slotted into 6th place there.
Mark gave Ryan a little bit of a tow here as he comes around the final couple of corners. The Artifact is setting at a time first.
47.8 for Artifact. I think he bailed out of that lap.
5th place for Ryan. 5 thousandths ahead of Drophouse as Mark starts his flying lap, which will inevitably go pole on. Oh,
Scribs.
okay, never mind.
Scribs through the final 2 corners. And jumps up to 8th with a 43.9. I believe his teammate will be the next one. No, it's a Ferrari. Drop-S, 43.4, jumps to 2nd place. Halsey comes through. Barely beating his teammate, going up into 8th. 0.003 of a second.
We have the 2 Williams not setting a time yet, and Mark, who is taking his 2nd warm-up lap after having a bit of snap of oversteer into the source.
Wolfdog coming to the end of his first proper flying lap. That 1:57.0 is definitely not a fast one.
Oversteer is where you turn into, where the car turns in too much, right? And understeer is the one where you...
Oversteer is where the back of the car slides.
Yeah, no, that was the
Understeer is where
front.
the front of the car doesn't turn. Wolfdog, only 10th fastest, 1:44.0.
Was he being held up by the Haas? Oh! Lion! Oh my goodness! How is he not dead?
I missed it.
He's not. How? But what I saw must not have been what happened, because how he still has all of his wing is beyond me.
Night Owl up 2/10. He's going to be improving. He needs a little bit more. He doesn't find it. In fact, he loses a 10th in the final sector. 44.3, the slowest time on the board at the moment.
That's gonna change. Bang! What a lap time from NXR Mark.
Lion bailing on his lap into the pits. Bruno's coming through now. What sort of time is he going to set? Oh god, why am I yawning? I need to turn my lights on.
Careful, because photosensitivity can make you yawn as well. Science lesson for the day, ladies and gentlemen. See Mark going over 200 miles an hour. Along this hour straight. Very aggressive on the curbs, as we often see Mark do. Really pushing the limits of this car. I don't think he got that corner right though, just...
You can get away with a slightly wider line through there.
It looked like the car just stopped turning.
Well, because of the way the corner is, the way it's banked outwards, your car will essentially want to slide down, but if you take a slightly wider line through it, you can actually sort of get the car to grip up a bit more. You get a bit less understeer.
I would never be as ballsy as Mark is now, because he's really taking a ride on those curbs, and if it was me there, I'd definitely spin the car. But Mark is just whispering sweet nothings to his car, making sure that he won't spin out or crash in a humiliating fatal way.
11 seconds up, obviously is a lot of time to still be getting the final sector. He's at least going to jump, well, he should jump Night Owl, and he will.
He jumps
jump
everyone.
43.1.
And I think
Mark making a statement.
I would like to think he's safe with that lap.
I think a lot of people would like to think that lap is safe. Bruno coming through now at 2:07. Is it not safe at all?
Would like to point out we have 2 runners coming around the 2nd sector on soft compounds. Got Millsy and Wookie.
True. Both AlphaTauri's have come back out on the mediums. That would be something kind of interesting. And there we go, Bruno, P11.
What's interesting to me is if the safety, if this rain is 45 minutes in, like we've been told, will the softs go that long into the race?
No, but I think the belief will be that drivers will have to pit before the rain either way.
A definite hypothesis, sir, as Ricky starts to soft back.
It's interesting to watch some of the top guys through the final turn there when they come to start a lap, taking a wider line on the beginning just to straighten the exit more. Get a bit more
speed.
Just straight line speed down towards turn 1. Wookie flying over Eau Rouge.
This is going to be a hell of a tow. Oh, it's just getting out of his way like he was the Queen of England. Make way for the Queen.
There we go. I'm amazed that he managed to keep that valid through no name. The exit there looked a bit.
Car looks so shaky.
Sometimes you see cars and they look like they are just planted and have endless grip. And then right now, Wookiee does not seem that way.
He's going to get another tow here from Yaps.
Yaps gets out of the way. He's not giving him too much of a tow. Scrivs had enough. Thinks the mediums are what he wants. So does Halsey. The AlphaTauris happy with where they are.
Wookiee currently P5, but he doesn't want that. He's going to come through and surely go pole. But by how much is the question?
0.8 of a second is the answer, and Mark has retired as well. He believes that is enough for him. Millsy.
Interesting strategy there from
Millsy 4,000s behind Wookiee.
An alternate strategy for Mark there is everyone else has gone out on a soft lap.
Other than Bruno. Who has just finished another... Oh no, who is just still doing his in-lap on the mediums.
But Lion haven't set a lap yet, and he's doing it on the softs.
There we go, here comes Lion. I was trying to find which car was him.
Now, I don't know if I asked you this last week, but what's your opinion on the screen on the Williams car instead of on the wheel? Because I know that my team principal, Ali, likes that, but I know I'll dislike that.
It seems impractical. Unlike on every other car, your hands can literally block the screen and therefore remove the information from your view, which just seems like terrible design.
I believe that's different this year though, isn't it?
I would hope so, because this car very much lived in an era of terrible Williams design as a whole, so it made sense. Speaking of terrible Williams design, Lion can only put it P3. Wolfdog
P4
only just beats him. Kimi up with a 42.4, gaining about 4 attempts over the Red Bull.
Mark's
Gifted
dropping
splits.
down the order here, actually. This could be a bit dangerous.
Bruno retires. Gifted splits Wolfdog and Lion. Time is up. Yaps is done in P4. Dropass comes through now to take 5th. Mark down to 9th place.
Oh my lord!
Down to 10th place as Artifact goes 3rd. The people to watch. Night Owl coming through into the final sector now. He's 7/10ths up. Will that do it? No, he needs a little bit more. He needs 1.2 to do the job.
Surely the Aston Martin and McLaren driver won't knock out Mark. Surely not. I don't think Night Owl will, but Ryan seems pretty pacey.
We'll have to wait to see, because this is close to the line. Here comes Night Owl. No!
Oh my god, that was close.
Behind his teammate.
Now we're back on board
ABR
with Ryan.
Only 3 attempts up in the first sector, but that is to be expected. There's not much time for the softs to gain there, but this sector here will be the telling one.
Oh, the AI of the... Oh no, he wasn't AI.
No, I think that was Lion just getting out of the way. He was off the racing line. Could have been a little awkward though. 9/10ths.
That's enough.
That would be enough. Could we see both McLarens out in Q2?
Ali racing on the radio, telling Ryan to abort his lap, probably.
He ain't doing it. Here comes Ryan out the final turn. 142.
And there it is.
It's in. NXR Mark starts P11 with his teammate.
Oh, and I don't know how Ryan's going to feel about that, knocking out the probable championship contender, at least to the public. I wonder what Ali's gonna think of that. His
Now,
friendly fire for
I
Aston Martin McLaren.
I don't know for certain, but I believe last season the only time we've seen Mark not make it into Q3 was at, where was it? It was Zandvoort, where he took his engine penalty. That race did not end well for him. Thankfully for him, he's also starting 10 places higher.
But a bit of a surprise here. People obviously electing Lion apologizing to Ryan about holding him up on the lap. You didn't see a problem with that though, so I don't think there will be. But there's your top 10, and a familiar face is not there.
This will be a challenge, seeing how well he can get through the field. The DRS trains at Spa, powerful. And especially with how close this field is, 4/10, less than half a second covering the top 10. That's all it took to get in.
Mark in the team chat atting the team principal saying, "You like that teamwork," laughing emoji. Ooh. Spicy.
They will have... Oh, it's interesting because obviously they don't have to start on the softs like the whole top 10 will, but will anyone take the risk on strategy?
The team chat is a bit confused as to what was going on there.
We have a little nosy in here.
Well, Ryan, not tier 1 Ryan, but tier 3 Ryan, seeming to be on the same impression as me. And Mark's choice of emoji there is quite fascinating. I'm not gonna...
I think he doesn't mind.
I don't think he minds, but...
Yeah, Ryan,
It's a lot
the thing
of
is, at the end of the day,
positions.
Ryan still has his race to go, and we are only on round 3 of the championship. This is not late in the season where you fully commit to, like,
oh yeah,
team
of course.
orders.
I'm not
like
saying
that.
Ryan shouldn't have done what he did from an independent standpoint. And as far as the team goes, Mark's gonna be there till the end in fighting for this title. That could cost him some dire points today, but it's not the end of the world, as you say.
I mean, Mark clearly wanted the mediums given how early he retired, so I think he'll be happy with... He won't mind the free tyre choice. I think, obviously, he would have preferred to be higher, but that is the business you get in when
just
you
have
take
slightly
a risk like
fresher
that at a track
mediums.
like this. But Wolfdog will be the first person to come through here in Q3 to set a lap. ABR, Ryan, the only car still in the pit lane. What have we got? So it is Wolfdog, Dropass, and Wookie, the first 3 cars. Then we've got Millsy. Considering 3 out of 4 of Braddock's cars went out in Q1, Millsy here into Q3. Looking very strong at the moment. We've got Yaps and Gifted, both Aston Martins making it through. Lion makes it through for Williams, the Mercedes of Artifact, and the Haas of Kimi R. Giving a good range of cars here in this final session. Wolfdog comes through to start his flying lap. Gonna go on board with him. Ding.
Yeah, sorry, a certain Chaotix is messaging me, and yeah.
just trying to, there we go. So, oh god, what is going on here? Right, there we go. Everything's good now as Auto comes out of No Name Corner. Ryan has come out of the pits. He's a little bit up the road from this group. Hopefully they don't catch him before the lap before the end of the lap. Callum 28 saying Wookie for pole. Who is your 31st alley certified 50 pence on Shaman?
I mean, it would have been Mark. Now I gotta go Wookie.
Wookie's a solid bet. Lots putting the bet on Millsy. I'm going to go Artifact. Ryan there getting out the way of Wolfdog as he comes through to end his lap. And it's a 1:42.5 from the Red Bull driver. His teammate coming up to the line now. And it is a 42.3. Dropass will be the next one across the line, followed by Millsy. 43.0 and a 42.4 for Millsy. Yaps next to the line and goes fourth fastest with 42.5. Then we have, I believe, Gifted has bailed into the pit lane. Lion invalidated. So it is Artifact. Trying to just find the people on the list is annoying. And Artifact, only 5th fastest, 42.5. AC Lion. Nope, not AC Lion. Kimi R, sorry, went 2nd fastest with a 42.3. He's the only one within a 10th of Wookie at the moment. Gonna watch Ryan as he'll be the next person to cross the line. Through the left-hand sweeper, Razza putting his bet on Wookie as well. We'll see how this plays out. Oh, Ryan's around!
Oh my
Ryan spins
word!
it out of Stavilo. I'm amazed that didn't go in the wall.
Yeah,
That is
telling me. That steward
wow.
just waving his flag like he nearly just didn't have a near-death experience.
That's a Marshall.
Marshall, whatever, shut up.
Now AC Lion will be the person to watch, I believe, unless somebody's going for a second lap, which I don't think they are. ERS like flashing for Lion. I don't know if he's gonna have one here. Kimi R's crashed!
That's at the start of sector 3.
That's the same place we just saw Ryan spin.
Oh my goodness. And Wookie's
That's
ahead of him.
huge. Lion doesn't have enough ERS, so he's gonna have to pit.
Wookie must just be
He's
hearing that
bailed on that
information on
lap.
his radio right now and dancing to himself. That must
Lots
be crazy.
engineer for Kimi not happy.
I bet she's
With her
rushed
driver's
out of the
performance.
paddock to run down to sector 2, probably grabbing a scooter and just going down the other end of the track while it's still quiet to try and get to that stranded pass.
She's not going to check if he's okay, she's going to beat his ass for crashing it like an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
And she will be fined as the FIA do have a problem with scooters on the circuit, I'm afraid.
No, that's only after the end of the session.
Oh, well, then that's fine, as long as we put like a little light on the top of the helmet, just so, you know, it looks like a safety vehicle.
I mean, no cars are out right now, are they?
Not at the moment, as Millsy leaves the pit lane once again. Oh, Lots claims she's going to hit Kimi over the head with Lewis's scooter.
So all I can imagine right now is, you know how whenever Seth Rollins wins a championship belt and he swings it over his head? Just fucking... with the scooter, the fucking back wheel, just...
There. Ali giving that reference an A+. That was a solid reference. Swinging it like a madman. Gotta be careful though, swinging things over your head. You maybe get called on gimmick infringement, thinking that's some cowboy shit. But Millsy,
I
on
should
an
have
outlap
just
right
said
now.
lasso, shouldn't I?
I
I
mean,
just
look, not
completely
everyone's Hangman
forgot what
Page.
that was, I'm not gonna lie.
Millsy through the little chicane. Oh no, Ali believes that Seth was a better reference, so there you go.
Yeah.
Yep, Lot's confirming. She ain't gonna care if he's okay. She's just gonna hit him. We completely missed what happened. I hope he clipped it because that was an unusual one. I mean, we saw Ryan. I assume it had to be something very similar. We've seen people crash there before. He had to have just dropped it on that corner. It's easy to do, surprisingly so. But not what we expected to see here today. Raza saying Kimmy Donna Carlos. Sadly, that is probably an accurate description. Because I think he was on an in-lap when he did it as well. Millsy down through the first sector, but only just. There's plenty of time to gain that and more.
I don't see anybody touching Wookiee though, to be perfectly honest.
I mean, a 10th is not impossible to find, and we know that there are a seriously strong pack of cars behind him.
But Wookiee
Line.
also has an attempt though.
Well, Lion hasn't set a time yet. We've got Ulfdog as well, who we saw in France set a storming lap to, I believe, I take pole position. Oh, okay. We're gonna let the laps come through, and then we're gonna address what I've just been told. But Millsy has invalidated.
I'm interested in what you've been told, to be honest.
Gifted has invalidated. Lion's on an outlap, so the next person would be Dropass, who is up on his time, but only just. He's going to need over half a second to have anything on this lap. There's the half a second, so he will be in range of Artifact. He just needs to bring in a better lap. So here we go. Dropass through Blanchimont. The Ferrari is flying. Where will it put him? Will he be able to jump his teammate? We have to wait and see as he gets out the final turn nice and tidy. Across the line, it's third fastest for Dropass. Who else have we got? Gifted backed off his lap. Artifact is on an out lap. Ryan has invalidated. I believe this is probably... Yep, Yaps is invalidated as well, so you know what? While Millsy comes through the first part of the lap, the information coming from Kimmy, Yaps obliterated him into a barrier trying to give him a tow.
See, I know that they're teammates, but I'd love to see that in the incident report.
What?
Because...
Oh wait, no, yeah, you're right, Haas, yeah. I'm probably that's the third one, last of mine.
Yeah. But I know Kimmy probably won't report it because 1, it's the owner, 2, it's his team principal, 3, it's his teammate.
I report it.
I would love to see that in the incident report.
Millsy coming through the final sector. This is the last laps of the session, so we are going to see things coming in thick and fast at the end. It is 2 tenths covering 1st to 7th right now. Can Millsy improve? Big kick of oversteer on the exit 2. Happy on the throttle. Does not improve.
Been having
it's 4th place at best.
Movements of oversteer throughout this lap. We've got
One of the
Ferrari
Ferraris is around.
It's Yaps.
Lion 43.2. He's only going at best 8th fastest. Dropass, he's down by 3 seconds. He's not going to be improving. Gifted coming through on his flying lap now.
He's got a Mercedes right on the back of him as well. I believe that's the Artifact.
That will be the Artifact. We're going to see 2 laps coming through here. Gifted On the exit, nice and tidy. It's a 42.6. It's only 8th fastest. Artifact comes across the line to take pole position.
What a lap from Gifted, and Ulfdog's just been giving Wookie a tow. Ulfdog's just given Wookie a tow, abandoning his lap to try and secure a Red Bull first place pole position. Nobody's invalidated! He weaved too far to the right on the final corner, and his front left and back left tyre went off of the track on the right side of the road.
ABR Ryan goes second!
Front row for Aston! Front row for Aston!
Slots in between!
Oh my word!
What a lap from Ryan! Out of nowhere, from 10th to 2nd on that final lap. Slips it between Wookie and Artifact. Hell of a lap from him. Yep.
Yeah, I may have knocked Mark out, but I'll still put it on the fucking front row.
Man is here putting in a strong performance. Yap's the only person left on track. He's just coming into the pits now after a spin. And I believe my 50p was on Artifact.
I thought it was Millsy.
No, I think Lots said Millsy.
Why would Lots not
Somebody
say
said
Kimmy?
Millsy. Let me find it. Where are the talks about 50p's? Where is it? No, yeah, Lots said, hear me out, Millsy for pole.
Oh, fair enough.
So as Yaps is wheeled into the pits. You know what, Kimmy? Even with the crash, only P4.
P4, but a broken fucking... Oh my god. Oh my god, look in general. Look in general.
Has he put a clip of it?
No, but look at what Yaps put. Damn.
Yaps is talking a lot of smack for the guy that put him on his back last season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with this. Kimmy out. Yaps out here telling Mark to learn to get out of Q2. I think Mark was on the front row, I think, every race he qualified last season. That's
Well, we've got
bold
the
statement
Prince making a statement in general. I can't wait to see what this will be.
Let's have a look. Oh, I think.
Is that cloud?
Oh, yeah, the cloud. It's cloudy, but I think Mark actually watched the incident happen on his stream. That's why.
Oh, and Mark can be
That's
the
how
one to
he's
put it in.
I mean, that's not on him. He's not involved in the incident, so
Yeah, you can
it's not
put it
on
in,
him to
though.
put it in. No,
Yeah.
kind of need to be involved in the incident to like report it.
That's not true. We've seen
Should
team
be.
principals putting in incidents on behalf of their team before. T. Davies being a key.
Yeah, but Mark is on a completely different team.
Regardless, it could help Aston Martin McLaren, so that's why he's probably wanting to submit that, which he has every right to, in my humble opinion.
Oh, you know what? We should probably give him a time.
Yes, we should.
Let me get
I've got
that
it.
for him.
I've got it.
It's 21:32. It's just to the.
Yeah, fuck you. No.
Oh well, okay. We're gonna have to wait longer because Shaman said so. In that case, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and you can hold down the stream.
Yeah, yep,
for,
I can.
Next 2 minutes.
I believe I might also have somebody that can talk with me for a bit, if they are so inclined.
Yes, hello.
You included your audio?
Yes, I've included my audio.
Yeah, let's go! So,
We can
Ali,
brief 5 minutes of Ali.
tell me, what did you think of that qualifying?
It was alright, wasn't it? It was alright. What a lap from Ryan.
What
Like,
a lap from Ryan.
I didn't see Artifact come in.
While I
To be
got
fair-
you here, what did you think about him knocking Mark out, actually?
That is what it is, isn't it? It's like, it's one of those, you run the risk of getting on the mediums. You know, I don't think we just. I think Gale said. I don't know who said. I think it was Gale. How early he retired. Like he was one of those. You're happy to start on the mediums and not make Q3 by
You
retiring that
definitely
early.
did commit to the mediums. Like, I've just opened up
It's
Twitch
not
chat,
disaster.
so if anyone has any questions for Ali, I can ask them. But you probably already have Twitch
Why
chat
would
open,
anyone?
don't you, Ali?
Why would anybody want to ask me questions? I ask the questions.
I think everybody wants to ask you questions.
I'm a very intriguing man, very strange one.
What's
But
the
no,
best
I'll say
part
this.
about a full English in your eyes? What's the best part
Right,
of
okay, right. Hear me out on the full English, right? Why does every full English consistently offer you tomatoes and mushrooms when that is the most consistent item removed from the full English to be replaced by hash browns, which you have to pay for?
I do have to agree with you on that. And I also find that as well as charging extra for a hash brown, you have to charge extra for black pudding as well.
Exactly. But
And black pudding is too good
eats
not
it.
to have.
See, I don't
Oh,
like
and see,
black pudding,
I'm a lover for black pudding. And
but
I always have to pay more for it, so it's just
yeah,
annoying.
exactly this, right? And nobody wants a tomato and mushroom, but yet you get those for free. Like, what are we doing?
Like, the only good thing with mushrooms is if you put them in a bit of garlic and you fry them up or whatever you want, garlic mushrooms are great. But just a massive fuck off shroom. That's not what you want.
Don't need. Luke, about half an inch? I don't know. Believe it or not, I've actually never measured my nose.
What? Okay, I came back to the conversation to the words hash browns and charging more. I don't know what I've just returned to.
We're talking
I'm
about full
completely
English
honest.
breakfasts here in Belgium.
Oh, I mean, I'm not a big fan.
And I'd love to continue this conversation with you after the stream, Ali, but we're going to have to get on because people want
Yeah, no,
information back.
I've filled in.
Yep. Enjoy the rest of the stream, Ali.
Have fun.
Thank you for providing assistance there.
It's alright, no worries, anytime.
Half an inch seems to reasonable battle.
Well then.
So,
So looking at the tyre situation,
Pretty
it seems
clear
like the top
cut.
10 are the only ones on softs. Everyone else wanting the mediums. I like that out. So for the people that are watching at home, we have had Ali actually in here this whole time. He's just been like quietly watching and listening.
he's here to say in case you make any huge mistakes.
We've said some things during the race that the previous couple races that have got us on parole, not parole. What's the probation? And if we're not careful, we're both getting fired.
What do you mean both? Let's be honest here. It's only me.
Yeah, it's just getting fired. Let's have a quick rundown of the grid. He's saying I'm all so lonely. I mean, you have everyone here. You have your team around you. And speaking of your team, lining up on the front row, Artifact and one of Ali's boys, ABR Ryan.
One of our
Ryan makes up-
personally
he's made up-
scouted boys, I think you'll find, from outside the league.
He's made up. He's made up of Wookie and Kimmy. Then we've got in 5th place Drop Ass, Millsy to take 6th. Ulfdog and Yaps 7th and 8th, looking to maybe try and close to their teammates during the race. Gifted 9th in very much a similar situation, and AC Lime rounding out the top 10 and rounding out the soft runners. NXR Mark and Night Owl both starting on mediums there for McLaren. Scrivs and Halsey, another pair of teammates side by side on the mediums. Bruno and Milkman lining up together in 15th and 16th. Jammy Jacko 17th. Drive on Driver 18th. Bradders 19th. And C. Davies, who missed qualifying, lines up in 20th position.
I would just like to point out before we go on to anything else that ABR Ryan was in the team chat earlier on today, and he was saying he'd be surprised if he even got a points finish here today. So, good job on him for securing a front row start, and who knows what could happen from this point.
Here we go, the grid slowly beginning to reform now as the drivers make their way to their grid spots. It's going to be a interesting start. Spa's turn 1, notorious for scattering wings and end plates,
And
like all manner of
carcasses.
caltrops over the circuit.
Don't forget carcasses.
Carcasses, sometimes carcasses. Exactly, as
But
Ali
here
says
we
in
go.
chat, chaos! The lights are on, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights.
Let's go.
And it is go in Spa. Off the line, looking like Wookie got a good start. It's a very bad start for Kimi. He's under pressure from the Haas behind. ABR Ryan and Artifact side by side through turn 1. Artifact seems to have held on to the lead. Further back, it seems fairly clean. Kimi and Ulfdog side by side for 4th place as we go into Eau Rouge for the first time. Ulfdog backs out of it. That's a smart move. Dropass has a look. Ulfdog goes wide. The pressure now being put on the Red Bull, and Dropass looks like he's got the run.
Red Bull going
but
down the
Ulfdog-
inside of ABR Ryan here. For P2, what a move this is going to be from Wookie early on. Wasting no time in getting back on that front row.
Interesting to note, Mark has gone backwards, down to 13th on that start. Yaps having a similar misfortune, but on the soft tyres. And what a move by Millsy up the inside of Ulfdog. Side by side through No Name, it's a tight corner at the best of times, and he gets it done. That was a gorgeous overtake. I'm going to clip that after the race, my goodness.
Lovely jubbly.
Side by side
Lion
through
as
Cool
well.
on Gifted. And Lion gets the job done, recovering from his starting position well. Night Owl into the top 10, he's in the points. He's the highest running McLaren right now. I don't think anyone expected that.
Biggest loser though on the first lap so far, it's NXR Bruno, down 4 positions. He is washed.
I'm trying to bring it up, there we go. Not massive amounts of changing though, only 2-3 place differences for most of the field. And honestly, it's a surprisingly calm start to the race. Kimi R putting the pressure on his old car, some would say. The Aston Martin running in 3rd place. Dropass right on the back of the Haas though. It'll be interesting to see how these guys play together. Will they lay off? Will they fight? Millsy lurking behind. We know he's willing to make a move at any opportunity.
Oh, Bruno's boxed. So is driver on driver.
That would make sense. That's going to be some damage.
Well, I'd point out DRS isn't enabled yet, but it's not going to stop people trying to make a pass up here on this very long straight. Ulfdog probably eyeing up Millsy after what he did to him the lap prior.
It's always interesting. Spa is a circuit where the setup options are a bit wider than normal. Normally you'll want low downforce, but with the middle part of the lap you can't afford to take too much out, and you can always see the difference.
This is
throughout
really
the lap.
aggressive defending from Night Owl, but it's not stopping NXR Yaps. Through No Name now, I believe,
Yep.
as he secures the move. And now up into the points. It was fun while it lasted for Night Owl, but Halsey's going to look to try and overtake him now. Jacko already over time penalty. I believe he was the first one to get it last race as well.
Oh, Ulfdog manages to get past Millsy. I don't know if Millsy had an error, made a mistake, or if that was just a bold
Lions
move from
definitely had
Ulfdog.
an error
Gifted.
as he's lost a couple of positions.
Has he got damage? He's going
he
very
must
slow.
do.
He might
He's-
have damage.
Yeah, he's lost an end
Yes,
plate.
right side end plate. So he's tumbling down the order. Lion. Whoa!
Oh my
Almost
goodness,
contact
that was
with Milkman.
close. Losing a bunch of time and positions as Halsey tries to send one up the inside of Night Owl into the bus stop chicane. But Night Owl defends aggressively and defends well, but Halsey gets the better exit out the corner, securing the position for the AlphaTauri. Night Owl not done with it yet though. Trying to get him into the source. Doesn't manage
Both
it.
McLarens. Sorry, both McLarens pressuring this AlphaTauri now. Will there be any?
But let's go back up to the
choices?
front of the grid. Here comes Wookie. Look at the speed as he takes the lead of the Grand Prix.
Let's have a look.
What
NXR
a
Mark
move
has gone
that
past
was.
both Halsey and Night Owl, up into 10th place for the McLaren. And now Night Owl all over the back of the AlphaTauri, just trying to find any which way past, but he's not able to do it there.
The amount of speed you
Gifted
can get
picks up a time penalty.
on that first straight after infamous Radion El Rouge. It's really fascinating, and like Artifact might be able to get Wookiee back here if he remains in DRS.
He is still in range. Yellow
Incident!
flag. Sector
Is that Bradders?
3.
Oh, he's lost his front wing
that is
completely! Bradders is driving without a wing, and it might have been contact with C. Davies that did that, but I didn't
Scrivs
see.
gets past Jammy Jacko as well. Alpine going backwards right now.
I mean, they've never gone forwards this season.
Wookiee says the fastest lap of the race, understandable with DRS and the lead.
But here comes Artifact. He's going to try and get it back. If he can get a good run out of Radion and El Rouge here, he could make the move back on Wookiee. Already closing.
Both Alpines in the pits, both must have had damage. Yellow flag, sector 1, Milkman tumbling down the order.
Virtual safety car's going to stop Artifact from overtaking! Oh!
Oh, that's a lot of debris in turn 1. I don't know what happened there with Milkman, but he has got
I was too busy looking at the lead.
let's have a look.
On board with Jammy.
Well, Milkman completely lost his front wing. I think there may be damage for Scrivs? Yes, Scrivs missing an M plate. Davies involved as well, also missing an M plate. We know that Davies and Milkman have had a couple run-ins this season, and Davies not best pleased with the Dutchman. And I hope for Milkman's sake that was not his error, because otherwise Davies will be out for blood in the incident report this week. He will not be happy seeing another one.
But this virtual safety car, might help the softs get that little bit more distance, and if that rain comes early, stops the soft runners having to make a stop at all. But Milkman driving around without any wing right now, he's going to hope this virtual safety car stays until he gets around to the pits. We have no indication of when it's going to go in though, as it's not a full safety car, so we'll be jumping back to green flag racing at any point, I believe.
Should get a little... Sometimes you get advanced warning, sometimes you don't. We did not get it there. Artifact with a great launch on the restart, nearly sent one up the inside of Wookiee into the final turn. They'll have DRS down the front straight into the source, but it's not going to be a good place to make the move. Kimmy on the back of Ryan as well. His top 4 tightly packed right now.
And whilst Artifact was denied the move just last lap thanks to that virtual safety car, I can't see Wookiee defending off against Artifact this lap. He's going to have to burn ERS to even attempt to avoid that. Here they come.
Yeah.
Up this
Going on
infamous
board
part of
with
the track.
AVR Ryan, as he'll have a great view of the action in front of him. Artifact tucks in the slipstream. Wookiee doesn't even make a defensive move. He knows what the right move is and lets Artifact go there. The car's behind, very much in the DRS train, not really gaining, not able to make moves. Scrivs, Davies and Milkman finally get to the pit lane. That's going to be a brutal loss of time for the 3 of them.
Yellow flag in sector 1, that's Milkman again, I believe.
I think, yeah, that's
They
odd. I
breathe.
don't actually know what.
Would be my guess.
Maybe. Milkman was coming out the pits, so I'm not sure why. So this lead pack is... Basically we have the top 6 under a blanket here. Then about a second and a half back to Ulfdog, same back to Gifted. Mark all over the back of Gifted in the Aston Martin. Jammy Jacko picks up another 3-second time penalty. And then we've got Halsey 1.7 back from Yaps, who's within a second of Mark, and then 7 tenths back to Night Owl, and then it's a huge gap back to that second pack, the drivers who have had issues so far this race. But there's a long way to go.
There's always time in Spa to make something happen. Here we are. Mark on Gifted. Surely that move happens now. Or at least in the next
Yaps into the pits.
moments.
That's got to be damage for the Ferrari, surely.
Ryan might be
Trying
looking
to-
at a move on Wookiee here.
Trying to just go on board with Yaps to have a look. No new front wing, so I'm not entirely sure. Out in front, Wookiee
Yeah.
has DRS, goes to the inside.
Ryan's also going to be closing in.
Artifact gets... Wookie gets the move done on Artifact and slots back in front. Mark gets past Gifted. That's probably not been fought too hard there by Gifted. He knows... I think he knows that Mark tends to be a bit quicker and would not be a smart move to just try and fighting him this early in the race. Wookie and Artifact are being pretty smart.
Night Owl close behind Halsey, just surprising he didn't get him on that previous DRS straight.
Further down the order, we've got Bradders making a move on the Bruno. Two of the old guard of NXR, one on mediums, one on hards, fighting for 16th place. Entertainingly, one of the other members of the old guard down in 20th, so this is a bad day for the legends of NXR, unless your name is Dropass, who has really been stepping up over the last season or so.
I would have to agree.
From a man who was very much seen as Bruno's number 2 in Season 1, Drops has been up and up and up every season. He is improving.
Oh,
Millsy gets past Dropass.
Look how close this front
Dropass
three is.
into the pits. An early stop there.
Oh
Both
my
Ferraris
god.
going for the early stop.
We're gonna go 3 wide here maybe if Ryan can keep with Artifact here. This is about to be really tasty.
Here we go, DRS open on both cars. ABR Ryan looking behind.
Oh
He's
my
looking
God.
to follow Artifact. Does he go to the inside? No, he's side by side with Wookie. Wookie manages to hold on around the outside. Kimmy sat in probably the best seat in the house here in 4th place, watching this happen.
I think Ryan was just a bit non-committal there. He didn't want to throw his race away.
It is early. Drivers will be, especially drivers up in these sort of positions, will be hesitant to throw a kamikaze move. But Artifact actually benefiting from Ryan even looking at that move, because the gap up to 8 tenths. If he can pull just 2 more before the end of the lap, job done, out of DRS, and Wookie will then be under pressure from Ryan and Kimmy.
Wookie, I've seen him burn a little bit of VRS throughout this lap just to try and keep him inside that second window. He's going to have to burn some more. Yes, he is. See him, he's using a lot of it actually, dwindling down the percentages.
He's having to do what he can to stay in range. Artifact not using it. Bruno picks up a 3-second time penalty. A lot of penalties in the lower half of the field.
Oh, they're going in.
Here we go. Oh, this is
It's
a lot
wing
of cars
damage
into
for
the
Wookie.
pits. I don't think it was Wookie. I think Ryan clipped the
I think
pit wall.
both of them hit the pit wall. Artifact
have a
and
look.
Mark staying out. But why are all these
No wing
soft
change
runners
for
jumping
Wookie.
into the pits? Are they not
Wing
going to make
change
it
for
to the
Ryan.
win?
They're not. I mean, no. The rain's meant to be about 45 minutes in.
Interesting. And now it's advantage.
Oh,
Mark.
and it's Ryan clipping the pit wall there. It's not just gone from, like, it's not just hurt him and giving him a wing change. Gifted gets held behind him.
Disaster.
A great start for him. Yellow flags in the final sector. One of the Hasses, I think that's drive on driver, having an issue. Wookie gets past Drops, who has yet to pit. No, wait, Drops has pit. Wait, Drops has jumped Kimmy in the
Oh
pit
my
stops.
word, yes!
Drops is up into what is a net 3rd place. Now, the brutal thing for Artifact is the fact that this whole field dived in, left him out to dry, and he's going to be undercut massively here. Let's have a look. Where's the delta? Give me the interval to leader. 18.1 seconds is the gap, and that's going to only come down in the middle sector. This is horrible scenes if you're a fan of the Artifact and a fan of Mercedes.
I would like to say, despite Mark being all the way down in P11, he's only 5 seconds back from the leader. And
The
obviously
field
with
was staying
Artifact,
very close.
Artifact is reacting to the pit stops, so it'll be interesting to see where the likes of Ryan and the likes of Wookie come out now. Is Wookie going to get the undercut?
Here we go. I think he definitely will. He gained half a second ever since I brought up the delta, so he's definitely going to jump him. I think Dropass might too. It may be close between him and Kimi R. We're going to watch. No, I've lost the car. There it is.
Oh, it's going to be side by side pretty much.
Slow on the pit exit. Dropass should get by. Yes, but he slots in between Dropass and Kimi, so that means
that's going to help out Wookie a lot here with this. Oh, look at Artifact's speed here. The DRS is going to breeze past Dropass here.
Dropass with DRS too, but not got the slipstream that Artifact had, and the move was easy there.
And just point out 1-3 McLaren right now, and that's net.
No, it isn't, because those three still need to pit.
Those mediums can't make it to the. I thought the mediums could make it to the wet.
We don't know. We don't know when the rain's coming, Jeffrey. We know it's somewhere around 45 minutes. Maybe they've pulled a blinder. Maybe the rain will come before those tyres, like when those tyres give out. Well, it will come after those tyres give out, and they'll just lose it anyway. We don't know that quite yet.
I guess that's just what
is to Wookie. Because the net considers pit stops.
Fair enough. I just assume that those mediums will make it to the rain pretty comfortably.
Gonna keep this delta to the leader up for the time being. Wookie's disconnected!
Oh my goodness, I'm on it, don't worry.
Wookie disconnects from the session. Artifact in P2 in P5 will take the net lead of the race here as they come into the bus stop actually.
Artifact quickly getting that position. The 80AI ain't bothering him, and he's got DRS as well.
He'll have DRS, so will Dropass, who gets the position as well. This is brutal for Wookie.
I sent him an invite pretty much instantly.
Kimi R gets by. So does Millsy. Technical difficulties from the Red Bull camp.
Here comes Night Owl. I don't think he's going to make it to Halsey though, so don't worry about that.
Wookie joins back. Dropass and Kimi all over the back of the Mercedes.
Goodness.
Dropass takes the net lead of the Grand Prix. Kimi R up into 5th place. Follows his stablemate through. Bradders is disconnected. He's going to need an invite back as well. And Artifact gets a little out of shape. Millsy having a look at Brussels, at the inside of Brussels. He's done it once there before in this race. And Artifact's ahead! Artifact's at the wall!
Oh my
goodness! Gone.
I just jumped back because Bradders was on the home menu after I sent the invite, and he's got no front wing! It's not a safety car though.
Gone from the Mercedes. It was a huge hit. I'm amazed he stayed in it. This is... This race, in the span of a lap, has turned on its head. The favourites at the start have fallen to the wayside through errors and issues, and now Dropass and Kimi and Millsy
Something I want to clarify.
Top 3. Yep.
Millsy, no battery in comparison to Night Owl here. If Night Owl makes this move, you can guarantee Ali's going to make a cheeky screen cap. It's a McLaren 1-2 if Night Owl will make this move.
The McLaren's actually running pretty well with the issues for Wookie and for Artifact. The gap hasn't actually come down that much over the last lap. They're still not within the pit window. They'll still come out probably on the lower half of the top 10. But my goodness, Artifact losing so much time, down to 14th. Kimi R looking to get past Drops. Drops pulls over to the right, doesn't fight him too hard, and slots straight back in behind. I think this is some smart moves by the stable of Ferrari and Haas.
Artifact dead last now, it's such a shame. Going on to the soft tyres, I think that pretty much proves that the rain's going to be coming.
I think the softs can probably go half the race. There we go, Bradders back into the race as he just loses the position to Milkman.
Are you getting a lot of interval timing glitches? Like it's just
that's just from people joining.
Okay,
like when people join it glitches out, so we'll reset the line. Lots panicking. She forgot about the rain. Don't tell your driver that. He's in 4th place.
And the net lead,
chance
right?
of winning this thing. The net lead of the race at the moment. And he's actually pulling away from Dropass. Kimi R returning to form.
Speaking of pulling away, Mark is pulling away from Halsey quite substantially.
Oh, he has been this whole run.
The Night Owl just teasing the back of that Alpha Tauri, but just not getting the right exits that he needs.
Here we go.
Take 5 now, is it, for Night Owl? I don't think he's going to manage it this time either, but I could happily be proven wrong if Halsey gets a bad run through here. I think Night Owl lifted though. He's just too far back, but someone who won't be too far back. Oh no, he's also too far back, never mind.
Dropass had lost a lot of time in the early part of the lap. He fell way behind.
Dog makes the move on Yaps. Ryan right on the back of them as well. Despite having a wing repair, he's still in the fight for some good points here, Gal.
He could be.
All of the Aston Martin McLaren drivers are gifted P12 despite his earlier incident.
You know what, I'm having a look, and Wookie, even with that disconnect, he's actually back on the tail of Millsy. He's still in that pack.
Concern is about a 6.5 out of 10 according to Ali. Don't know what exactly that concern's for. If I were him, I'd be loving life right now.
Trying to just have a quick look. Kimi's gaining about 8/10 there, I think, on that lap on Night Owl. Dropass staying within DRS range. He's had a better lap this time. Last time around, he lost a lot of time to Kimi.
We've got a train of 4 cars here. Well, from 4th down to 7th. This could be insane. One thing I want to mention before that carnage, though, is it seems like we've got a bit brighter. The clouds have dissipated slightly.
It has cleared up a little. Dropass seemed like a little confidence lift there through Eau Rouge.
Oh, Night Owl!
ABR Ryan.
Oh, I'm not there yet. Sorry, go on.
ABR Ryan picking up a 3-second time parry. I missed the potential move there with Ryan, but a move that's going on at the moment. Yap's looking to the outside of Wolfdog.
Oh my god, what?
Switches back.
Jacko's crashed!
Not able to get there. Jacko's crashed.
Retired in the pits.
Oh no, he's retired in the pit lane. He did pick up a load of penalties. Artifact takes the fastest lap of the race.
Down in P18 though. P19, sorry. Down 18 places. No safety car. No safety car lot. Oh, 6 out of 5 why for Ali is because of Kimi, Rain, and the fact he's out of Dr. Pepper.
Oh, that'll do it. You know what I've noticed though? This pack of cars on the mediums that have made their pit stop. 1.8 behind Night Owl now. They are closing and closing fast.
Night Owl is gonna need to channel his inner Checo Perez here. Or maybe a little bit of the Spaniard Fernando Alonso. Keeping that gap up to Mark will be imperative here. Night Owl's job is to help Mark win this race and get some good points for the team. If he can make this move on Halsey, it will buy him more time. Oh, it's a Haas in Sector 2. Is that drive on driver?
Drive on driver.
In the wall. But cutting back to the action. Night Owl's finally got a good exit out of Eau Rouge Radion. This could be it finally. Halsey using every last bit of his ERS down into the single percentages. But Night Owl has to make the move here. Finally, red light flashing. Oh, it's so
you
close.
Can't get it done. It's such a difficult move to make on the outside if you don't get the nose.
Oh,
Halsey gets out of shape. Side by side into Brussels. Around the outside, the track falls away, and it's going to make the car want to understeer. Halsey runs wide across the front end of the McLaren, and now can't get the move done. And as they fight, it gets closer and closer. The train of pain is coming, and they don't want to be on that.
Look how much Kimi is gaining! Nightowl needs to make this move now!
He's going to be under a lot of pressure come the end of this lap.
Oh my goodness, is he even going to make it till the end of the lap? Look at how fast Kimi is!
The extra speed through the corners, the extra grip, the extra ability to just get the power down. Kimi having a look. Nightowl defends. Kimi sends it anyway. Side by side, little bit of wheel bashing. It's still good. Kimi goes wide, but he gets it. DRS for both of them. Kimi gets the move done. Nightowl looking back to the inside. Millsy behind, looking at drops.
Down the inside. Oh
Out of the source, Kimi holds on. Millsy gets past Dropass. Wookiee's now all over the back of the Ferrari as well.
And we're not done yet.
Wookiee's going to have a huge run on Halsey.
Wookiee's going to overtake Dropass and maybe even Millsy here.
All the DRS. Dropass side by side with Wookiee. Wookiee's got that one done. Kimi gets past Halsey.
Kimi in P2.
Nightowl still can't do it.
It's Mark in P1, Kimi in P2, and we've only got 7 laps left here. Is the rain actually coming?
Nightowl tries to go to the inside of Halsey. There's contact further back. Dropass and Wookieee. Wookiee's out.
Wookiee's out! Oh my goodness! The net leader. Oh, at one point, was it a safety car? And that might have saved Mark's bacon.
That is huge for
that
NXR
might have
Mark.
saved NXR Mark.
There was a lot of movement there. You saw Nightowl trying to look to the inside of Halsey right at the same time as I believe it was either Millsy or Dropass trying to look at the inside of him. Wookiee and Dropass making contact. Wookiee turned into the outside wall. Game over for the Red Bull. The championship leader will be scoring no points today.
Surely everyone boxes here for softs, unless they're sure that the rain will fall.
You have to believe so. But this is a huge moment
Mark
for
boxes.
Mark. NXR Mark
See what Kimi does here.
He's coming for soft
Kimi
tires.
follows.
Kimi
Anyone
comes in.
ballsy enough to stay
Millsy,
out.
obviously. Millsy and Nightowl in
Ryan
as well.
might stay out.
In.
I think he might like a bit of a gamble.
So.
He
It's
was
not
thinking
worth
about
it.
it.
Wolfdog's going for it. Wolfdog, the first man to take
Wolfdog
the
will
gamble.
get the net lead here as well. He will surely get out before Mark. Racing up the positions. He wants his time in the limelight, but Mark's still going to get out first.
Mark does indeed beat him out the pits. Mark will have the lead here. Wolfdog up to second. Everyone else in the pits. No one else taking the same risk that Wolfdog has. It's a bold risk and I don't think it's worth it. I think that's going to play out very poorly for him.
And now I've got to ask lots. Where's that rain?
I mean, it said 45 minutes. It's like, what, a minute 40 a lap? We're only about 30 minutes in. It's literally going to be the last few laps of the race if it does come.
Ooh. Ali's saying, nah, fuck the rain.
Somebody that this does actually potentially help massively. Artifact brings him back to the pack, back into the field, and he can try and work his way back up to the points where he probably should have been.
He does currently have the fastest lap as well. 1:44.7. Next fastest, I believe, is Kimi of a 1:45.5. Sorry, it's Scribbs actually with the next fastest lap.
Callum and Luke Watkins both showing sympathy for Wookiee, who was on for a great run today. Had the disconnect, was still hanging on for a potential lead, and then off he goes. Like, just contact with drops.
Ryan.
I don't know the full extent of it.
You say contact through cops?
Drops.
Oh. But yeah, currently Artifact fastest lap followed by ABR Ryan.
This was a ridiculous turn of events. Things have gotten feisty here.
Everyone's made their stops now. These are the net positions. Mark first, Wolf Dog second, Kimmy third. As the clouds are actually starting to come in now that we were mentioning it. This will be interesting. But because it's happening so late on, it's going to be whether it's worth it or not. Now, I'm usually pretty good at picking out whether it will be or not, and I have had success here pitting on the last couple of laps for rain and stealing points from one of my good friends, Ali. Back here a few seasons prior. So, we'll have to see whether the same sort of situation will arise here. Wolfdog doing a Max Verstappen, getting right up alongside Mark. That is illegal now.
I mean, coming to a restart it is. I don't know if it's actually illegal in the race itself, but
Honda TP Rain Dance inbound. It's not really going to help Wolfdog though, because actually it might. It might help him out.
He needs it to come before this safety car goes in, because Ulfdog right now is going to be swallowed up by the pack on those tyres. He's going to be under pressure.
So I've got to ask, Lots, can you get Kimmy to check the weather report?
Nah, she said that he's not getting any messages for the rest of the race. She's letting him do his job, which, understandable.
He's in a position for the win here.
He's in with a fight, and you know, as much as the qualifying from this race would have had us believe otherwise, with Mark being out in Q2, Kimmy crashing in Q3, the more things change, the more they stay the same, because Kimmy and Mark are probably going to be 1-2 before the end of the first lap on this restart.
100%, but it is getting so cloudy out there.
Before the safety car came out, I was going to quote one of my favourite commentators and say it was a 6-horse pony show at the dog races. But now, it is 18. There are 18 angry drivers in angry race cars.
And one of them on the wrong set of tyres.
Take a win. Wolf Dog, don't be alongside.
Definitely doing a Max Verstappen there. Oh my gosh! That's not comfortable. That's not comfortable viewing.
Yeah, he's staying quite nicely behind now. Mark warming his tyres, everyone warming their tyres.
Oh, what a good breakaway from Mark! Oh my goodness!
Mark takes off, Kimmy gets a good launch, but he can't do anything as obviously we can't overtake before the start-finish line. A great exit though.
Look at the gap,
Mark
it's nearly a second!
Kimmy should have a go into turn 1. Ulfdog defends to the inside, Kimmy round the outside on the soft tyres.
Ulfdog stick his line.
Tries to squeeze him wide. Can't do it. Halsey cuts back to the inside as well. He's going to try and overtake the Red Bull.
They go side by side through El Rouge, maybe? No, not
Halsey
yet.
backs out of it. Smart move.
He's going to wait to go for it
up
here.
Over the top.
AlphaTauri.
The rain's beginning.
I just saw drops of rain. The rain's dropping down, Gale.
The rain has arrived.
The rain. But it won't be time yet. It needs time for the rain to gather, and I'm sure by the time they get to the pit lane, it will be time for the intermediates.
It depends how heavy it starts coming down. It's still very light. Halsey looking to the inside.
Down the inside goes the AlphaTauri, and Wolfdog shouldn't be holding him up at this point.
And that's game over there for Wolfdog out of the podium positions. Now he's going to be under pressure from Millsy as they come down towards Puon. Millsy looks to the inside, gets a great run out of No Name. Wolfdog doing his best to defend. Millsy can't find the line there.
If people trust me, I'm saying box, 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 box. Box
there
now
is some
for
panic.
Intermediates.
There is some panic happening in the chat. Lots is not calm. Wolfdog, though, I think the thing he's done most here is he's doing a great job of spreading out the field. They're getting about 1 second increments between everyone as they get past.
Right, let's see who trusts my input when I'm saying box, 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 box.
Wolfdog looking to the inside to defend here from Millsy. Millsy's going to try and send it around the outside.
Night
Night tries
Owl.
to follow through, nearly
Sorry, Mark
contact.
trusts me,
Drops up the
but
inside.
Kimmy doesn't. The two rivals
Wolfdog into the pits.
splitting.
A lot of drivers into the pits.
Oh, I've suddenly got a lot of responsibility as our number one driver for McLaren.
Mark.
Mayo makes the call. So does Ryan.
Mark, Milkman, Ryan, Wolfdog, Bruno, Drive on Driver, Gifted and Davies all into the pits. Kimi R in the lead now as the track gets wetter.
Happy birthday, Halsey, on the podium in P2.
For now, we don't know how this is going to play out. Drops looking at the back of Millsy, trying to slot off into P3. Night Owl and Yaps on the back of this as well. Lion in 7th place, Scrivs in 8th. Brad is 9th, Artifact into the top 10, but it's not an ideal spot for him still on those dry tyres. Oh, you know what? Interval
Go to the gap to leader.
Let's have a look.
We can see it dropping a little.
We're going to have to wait and see when they get into the middle sector. That's when we'll really start to see the difference here. And the gap is dropping.
Oh,
Mark is closing. So
I
is
know
Wolfdog.
Wheel. Or I know Zeus, to be fair. I know Weather.
I think Kimi is still in a good spot, though he'd probably come out in 2nd place, but the difference is there. The difference is massively there. Williams goes right. Williams goes round. AC line spins up. Squibs in the wall.
Squibs has crashed. Oh my goodness. It's too late for a safety car, surely.
car.
No, it's not. No
Yaps
way.
is out. Yaps has crashed.
Yaps has also crashed.
Yaps off
What
at
the
Savalo
hell is going on
the
here?
racing line.
Kimmy, the racing
Kimmy.
gods have favoured him today, and surely he's going to be darting into the pit lane.
The safety cars giveth, the safety cars taketh away Mark as Kimi drifts the car into the pit lane. Everyone struggling for grip on pit entry, but they may have just enough time to get out. Mark in the
Mark's going to
final
be
couple
pushing
corners.
round. Use that ERS, use everything.
He can't, he's held to Delta. The leader has not been picked up by the safety
Oh
car.
no. Wait, here comes Mark. He might still make it out in front. They're going to be side by side almost. No, he's
No,
being
he has to slow down
slowed.
for Delta. Oh,
No.
heartbreak for Mark.
Heartbreak, but he's
Kimi
going to be there in
does keep the
P2.
lead. P2 for Mark. Halsey still 3rd.
Wolfdog rising
P4.
up the order.
Millsy
Birthday
5th,
boy
Drop by
Halsey
6th.
in the podium positions.
Night Owl 7th. Ryan has recovered to 8th. Milkman 9th. No, Bradders in 10th. Davies 11th with his teammate of an Artifact right behind him. Bruno 13th. Gifted 14th. Lion in 15th. And 16th for Drive on Driver. Hello Harris Gaming. Welcome to the chat. You've arrived at a mental time. And I believe
Right.
the safety car will be in this lap.
Yes, it will 100%
Look, he's
be.
disconnected. Get him back. Get him back.
Yeah,
get him
yeah,
back.
I need to
Oh no,
see it,
he's out. No, he's out. He's out.
Oh, okay.
I forgot he crashed.
What I would
Full
like to
panic.
say is, regardless of that safety car coming in or not, I did make the right call boxing
Oh.
that lap in terms of speed. He's also...
Yes, you actually called it to perfection there. That was the right time to pit. But now-
I keep telling you this, Gail. Ali's the one that trusts me with this. Like, I am really good with weather.
Have you ever thought of like going into meteorology?
I'll give it a 4.
Could give it a go. Think you look nice in a dress in front of a green screen telling us about the weather.
A dress, eh?
I mean, look, we want it to be a nice show to watch with the weather.
Oh yeah, 100%. Want me to get implants as well?
Harris Gaming asking, how are we watching this? We are the commentators for the league. We are
Safety
spectating
car.
in the lobby.
In this lap, indeed.
So safety car in this lap. Kimi bunching up the field.
It's gonna be Kimmy and Mark. Just like old times, the sins of our fathers, they come to rest. And it remains Kimmy and Mark again.
Yes, Harris Gaming, this is indeed live. There are 2 extra slots in each lobby. You can have 22 players, so we have 2 commentators in here spectating live to commentate on the races. Here we go. When will Kimi go? 2 laps, no DRS because of the rain, and it's going to be all out. I think Kimi's gone.
Ryan's lost positions on the safety car, but we need to stick to the front. Kimi gets the better breakaway. And
He
we're
actually
off.
had a good start there. He was right on the back of Mark, although Mark pulling away on the straight. Ulfdog gets very close to the back of the AlphaTauri AC line into the pits. I think he had a mistake under safety car.
We'd like to quickly point out, Artifact does have the fastest lap, and that won't
Retires.
change now. So if he can get into the top 10, that's an extra point for him and Mercedes. Something that C. Davis, I'm sure, will give to him. A bit different
Don't
up
forget,
there
though.
this time. Oh, look at the penalties. We're going to have to switch that as well.
Yeah. Milkman, Ryan, and Bradders all on penalties. You know what? Let's bring that up. The tyre information does not matter anymore as Ryan gets past Night Owl.
Penalty's going to kill Ryan, as well as Milkman and Bradders. Artifact here will have minimum 2 points if he doesn't make a mistake.
Now as we come through Brussels, Kimi holding a 6/10 lead over NXR Mark. Halsey's got about the same gap back as Ulfdog, just on the back of him, not pushing too hard, seemingly being fairly smart between the 2 of them. Millsy, P5, drop-ass in 6th, looking to try and make up some positions at the end here. Ryan, 3-second time penalty, but he's looking to gain back as much as he can. Night Owl, I think, let him by, knowing that if he doesn't pull away, he will get that position back. Milkman and Bradders both with 3 seconds as well. They're looking to like they will lose their point scoring places.
But it is this fight yet again, Kimi and Mark. They'll have one more go at this after these last couple of corners. They've not really been together much before this point, but it always ends up with them in a scramble. They're right on the back of Kimi now is Mark.
Millsy's right there with Ulfdog as well for 4th place. Any mistakes now will be costly for everyone involved. 0.4 of a second, over a second back to Halsey. He seems to be out of it, unless they start fighting incredibly hard. Good exit there from Kimi. Gets a better run from Mark, but Mark will get pulled back up by the slipstream as they come through Eau Rouge and into Radion.
Lifting.
The cars remain planted. It's too wet to go flat now. 0.4 of a second. The slipstream might not be enough. The ERS is able to be just dumped. Drop-ass further back was having a look at Millsy, but not able to get the move done. Ulfdog, 3-second time penalty. Drop-ass 3-second time penalty. At the very end, the rain is catching people out. This is huge for the likes of Artifact, for the likes of Night Owl, for the likes of Millsy. The drivers in this pack without penalties. As Millsy and Ryan fighting it out, Millsy gets pushed wide. Drop-ass gets by as well.
Drop-ass
and Ryan
wins the
side by
wheel
side.
here going into this corner. How have they not crashed?
That
Mark
is
right on the
something
back of Kimi as well. This is going to be a last gasp effort.
They didn't crash because of something we in the business call talent. And the 2 in front have a lot of it right now. Mark using every inch of the circuit, the track limits to their limits, just to try and get that little bit closer, but it does not seem like it will be enough. Only Blanchimont and the bus stop to go as long as Kimi keeps it tidy. This is a win. No, I think win number 2 of the season for the Haas driver.
Here we go now. Mark's out of VRS.
Mark's out of VRS, and that is it. Kimi recovers from a crash in qualifying to take the win. Mark recovering to 2nd place. Halsey will come home to take 3rd. I believe Millsy will end up 4th. He does. Night Owl takes 5th.
Great finish for him.
Artifact up to 8th. Davies crashes on the last corner.
Done something very interesting there.
What a finish.
I don't want to claim anything there because I don't want him to be claimed.
The game gives driver of the day to Halsey. A great recovery from him up to 3rd.
100% birthday boy podium, and I think you do have to give the birthday boy the games driver of the day, but we'll see what the public says.
him and Mark both very credible shouts for driver of the day. We'll have to see how this finishes out in the incident report, because I know some people had contact further back, I believe. But what a race.
Someone drop a Discord invite for Harry Gaming. He might want to join the league soon. But there's your top three. Kimmy, Mark, Halsey. Good top three there. The fastest lap of Artifact has got into 8th place, so he will get that extra point. In a total of 5 points, I believe, for that P8 finish. He was pole though, so you gotta think he won a little bit more from that race. Lion and C. Davies classified despite their crashes.
I think Artifact coming back to an 8th place after the crash that he had is an impressive run. I've just realised I forgot race director. Let's scroll quickly just to grab everything. Oh, I think I may have forgotten to scroll down through the positions as well. Bugger. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay.
Yeah,
is fine.
you did forget that.
Yeah, I was distracted by other things and god damn.
Me and address.
How many people actually finished that race?
Classified or otherwise?
¿Por qué no los dos?
Classified or
classified.
actually finished?
Let's go with classified.
16, I think.
16? Really? Huh.
Oh no, not 16, sorry. 14.
14. Okay, so we may have gone all of the people that actually crossed the line on
I'm not
stream
sure. The two people that were classified despite despite crashing was C. Davies and Lion. So as long as they're in the top 15, it doesn't matter. But are we doing interviews tonight or not? I'm not too sure.
I believe so. I haven't heard anything about not. I mean,
Well, let's get birthday boy Elsie in then. You mind doing the questions?
I can do so. Oh, yeah, there's an incident in the incident reports. Drop ass reported by Wookie. That is, Oh,
Alright,
that is
Harris. Well, have a good one, mate. Happy you joined us.
Hello.
Alright. Hello, Halsey.
Happy birthday
So-
to you. What a birthday present that will be.
Thank you.
Indeed, happy birthday. And after qualifying, were you expecting a podium out of that?
Oh, absolutely not. But obviously the plan is to go to the rain. Was to go on the mediums. Those mediums were like really struggling on their last legs. So I thought, I'm gonna have to pit for softs and I'd lose the chance. It was either gonna be like something like this, I knew, or it was gonna be like a fight for like 1 point. It was gonna be like big gain or big loss. And luckily a safety car came out. I was able to pit for the softs, and then the rain came down pretty heavily, and it rained a lot more than I thought it would, and it was really difficult to stay on the track on the softs, but luckily I was able to. Safety car also came out, which gave me a bit more time to pit. And a lot of races, I don't really feel sometimes my luck went my way, but for one race, the luck definitely went my way today. So, just with the working hard and the luck came together to make that happen, really. And then it was just securing third at the end then. But overall, if you were to ask me when I got P14 in quali, I don't think I would have got a podium by the end of the day.
Well, I know me and you have been in this position before after Tier 2 races. Obviously, you got the promotion up this season to Tier 1. Is there like a feeling of a weight off your shoulders having picked up a podium in only the third round in Tier 1, sort of showing that you have definitely got the pace and the ability to go with some of the best in the league?
Yeah, it's nice to prove myself to, obviously, like Kyle and everyone else in the server, to prove that I am like tier 1 worthy, and I'm glad to kind of live up to it and get in the podium. I think it does knock a little bit of that pressure off, but it won't change like my mindset into every race. But it eases a little bit of like getting a good result in. Yeah, I think these first 3 rounds have been like, I don't think I could have predicted me to score good points in all 3 of the first rounds if I was to look back at it at the start of the season. So it's been a pretty perfect season for me so far.
So with how this season's been sort of up and down for a lot of the contenders, obviously last week Kimmy and Mark having issues, Wookie this week, do you think that maybe there's a chance that maybe, I don't know how much winning the championship is on the table currently, but you could maybe sneak in there, steal a couple, like a surprisingly good spot from a couple people?
I'd love to be able to at least stay in the top 10, which was kind of my target now, but that podium definitely gives me a bit more confidence to maybe push for something a little more than just the top 10. So we can, I guess, have a look at maybe top 5, all of that stuff, and just keep pushing, doing what I can really. So yeah, you never know how, like, you can't predict what's going to happen. Like, this race was absolutely crazy, and stuff in the championship can just change so fast. So you never know what could happen, like in 5 rounds time.
Well, congratulations. I hope you've had a lovely birthday.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll see you again later this season.
Yeah, me too. Hopefully. Thank you.
Have a good night, man.
Thank you.
Have a good one, mate. Take care.
So that was Halsey, 3rd place finisher.
Now to get
And-
in the McLaren driver of NXR Mark. Really going
Let me find the McLaren. There it is.
This time, my audio is included.
Well, that's good news. So, I feel like this race may have been an up and down experience for you, but take us through, first off with qualifying. How are you feeling after that?
I mean, qualifying, I kind of still have no regrets because I really wanted to start on the mediums, and my plan was just to go from the mediums all the way until the rain, and I know more or less when the rain was going to come, so I knew I could do it with the mediums. I mean, it wasn't, I had a pretty bad medium lap anyways, but it put me still in the lead, so I was like, okay, maybe it's enough, but then everyone put on softs, and at that point, I knew there's probably going to be no chance. So I was fortunate to start with P11 and then had a good start in the race, but got like boxed in on the inside and couldn't go anywhere, so I lost 2 positions, and then from that point on, I was just charging my way through the pack. I knew once all the soft runners pitted that I would just stay out, pit until it went to inters, and then obviously the safety car at the end gave me a little bit of help, but I still don't think it would have mattered. I think I would have came out in the lead, whether it was a safety car or not, with the inters. And then of course the safety car at the end, which basically flipped it back around, so then Kimmy got a little luck on his side there and was able to pit for inters as well. So overall, decent race, I guess.
So normally I would ask your thoughts when it comes to the championship. Obviously we know that I believe you made the announcement that you'll be leaving after a couple more races.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously you're sort of just here to, I guess, put on a show and just have fun for these last couple.
Yeah, exactly that. Sorry,
and it
go
seems
ahead.
like you and Kimmy are. It seems like you and Kimmy are obviously still 2 of the big ones that we'll see fighting. Where even when you've had bad races or qualifying like today, you still find your way to the front. Do you think you can take home at least 1 more win before you step away for a while?
Absolutely. I mean, my plan was to take home 3, but obviously it was looking pretty good today. But things happen. So hopefully at Silverstone in Austria, my last couple races will be good, and hopefully hopefully we'll be able to get a couple more wins and finish off my last couple races in some style.
No work. Oh, what have I? Sorry, I'm being
Yeah, there's a
decision.
there's a clip of Kimmy overtaking Night Owl on the off the track, so
Oh
we'll see
my
what happens with
God.
that.
I think there'd be. Well, that's going to be a discussion depending on situation.
Definitely.
For the
We're
stewards.
sure to ask him about that in his interview as well.
But either way, congratulations tonight on a solid recovery drive. You've obviously from 11th to 2nd. It could have been more, but the safety cars giveth and the safety cars taketh.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll see you again next week.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe in P1 this time.
Hopefully.
Well,
See you later, guys.
until then, though, have a good night, man.
I just realized my team principal is in here. So.
Oh, he's already gone. He's in, he's
Hey,
out. He just gets the job
let's
done.
get Kimmy in. The winner of this race, as things currently stand. Currently being the key word after some information has come to light. But we'll have to see what the
I think
FIA
it would
say about that.
depend on. I believe the issue would come down to whether he was forced off the circuit, but obviously we'll have to see video rather than pictures
Definitely,
for
definitely.
that to happen.
But we'll get his point of view on it now if
Yeah.
you join the party.
If he doesn't want to, then that's fair enough, and we can.
Let me
shimmy
send
on
him a
to
cheeky
wrapping up the
message
stream.
in Discord.
Okay.
He's
okay,
coming
there
now.
we go. So he's on his way. Sweet. God, we have had some great races this
Good, I
season,
double
let's be
checked.
honest.
Because I want to speak.
Yeah.
Hello. Make sure you include your earlier.
Yes, hiya.
Hello. So, second win of the season. A bit of a tough, I would say a bit of a tougher round for you, or at least it seems so from our perspective. How did you feel? I mean, let's start with qualifying, because we didn't actually see what happened.
I don't want to dob yaps in. I was also hoping. Let's just say he tried to give me a toe, but he didn't get going, so I met Barry up. That's funny. But no, the race was super tense. Yeah, I got a bit lucky at the end with the late safety car to box onto Inters because I think Mark would have had me. But yes, super tense. It was a great race.
So, early on, obviously, you benefiting from a couple of issues for the likes of Artifact with his spin, Wookie with his disconnect, sort of helping you make your way up there fighting with Drop Ass. When the first safety car came out, did you think that maybe it had sort of taken the win off the cards for you?
Yeah, firstly, it was just super unlucky for both Artifact and Rookie. It would have been nice to battle them because it was gearing up to be a really good end. But yeah, it fell right into Mark's hand. I was like, oh great, if it don't rain, he's gone. I just boxed to the softs, and then it was just a process of getting off dog, and then just trying to bring home the second place. But then yeah, just got lucky with that last safety car to box onto Inters.
Was there any point where, when you chose to stay out without pitting for the Inters and Mark went in, did you have any concerns that maybe you had made the wrong choice there?
Mark, that was a stellar choice for him because as soon as I crossed the line, it went glazed over. I was like, it's in at time, and so I was sliding about, almost binned it into the pits coming in. I was full on sideways, and then but yeah, because of the safety car, I managed to just about jump him coming out again.
So, with this season, obviously, it's been a mix of fortunes for a lot of the top runners. Obviously, you having issues last week, Wookie this week, Mark last week. Do you think that, I believe this puts you back in the lead of the championship, but do you think this is going to be a continuing theme? Do you think maybe it's going to be a case of who makes the least mistakes now?
I think it's going to change hands over and over again. I wouldn't put it past Millsy to go top championship, wouldn't past Artifact. Anyone can be up there. So yeah, it's just about trying to be as consistent as possible. I'm glad to bounce back after France, but yeah, I think it's going to go to the last round, which would be great.
Well, I look forward to seeing that. I look forward to hopefully seeing you again in here with us after a race, but we'll have to wait and see because it seems this season nobody knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Cheers.
Congratulations. I hope you have a lovely night.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Have a good one, mate. Take care.
So,
Yes, we didn't want to
A
speak to you about
tense-
that, but that's fine.
about... yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Probably
Whoops!
not best
Uh,
to...
probably best to leave that to the stewards.
Mhm.
But, must say, this season is shaping up to be a hell of a ride. We have had multiple charges from the back, multiple different people fighting for the win every week, and who really knows where this is going to end up. I'm excited, looking forward to the rest of the season and seeing where we go.
And I am as well. Well, this was an unbelievable race. Probably summed up NXR in one race, really. But then again, all of our races are like that. There's never a boring race here. And there won't be tomorrow either for Tier 2, or Wednesday for Tier
True.
3.
Tier 2 and Tier 3 coming from Spa. Next, we have Lots and... Oh god, I always model up
J-Wall.
which way around it is. It's Lots and J-Wall for Tier 2. And then it's Night Owl and... Question mark? For Tier 3 on Wednesday? Who actually is with Night Owl? Is it you?
I think it's... No, I don't... Well, it depends
Mark is
on
the
if
correct
there's a
answer.
space for me.
Okay. Well, either way, they will be back on Wednesday for Tier 3. Obviously tomorrow where me and Shaman will be racing for Tier 2. Ali actually will be driving in Tier 3 as well, our special guest tonight. And in fact, Ali, any closing thoughts on the race?
It's a good race, wasn't it?
A man, a few words. It was indeed. Well,
Unless you're talking about full
We will
English,
have-
of course.
I'm gonna have to go back and actually see what that whole conversation was. But until then, it will be goodbye from me.
And it will be goodbye from me. Thank you very much. I've been Shaman.
And have a lovely night, everybody.
Goodbye.